Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the Forex market. Today I think that we could take a look at the Great British Pound. So there are lots of similar stuff on the cable compared to the euro currency, but still we have a few differences. So as you know, the economy in the United Kingdom currently not in the best condition. So statistics that we are getting actually, I would say, even a bit weaker than in the European Union. Not speaking about the United States. So in that actually you could see the reflection of that in cable performance, especially on the daily chart. Actually, daily chart, guys, seems important. I just forgot to show you it last week because it really has shed some light on the last upside swing on the euro currency. It was compared to the Great British Pound performance. We could make the conclusion that probably euro currency is also ready for turning down. But you will see today, so the pattern that is forming here also has a special meaning, and this also might be very useful to us. Besides, if you prefer to trade cable instead of the euro currency, you also could do this. So next topic is concerning yesterday's speeches of the Jerome Powell and Joe Biden. So we can see that Joe Biden's speech has made no impact actually on the markets. Speaking on the Jerome Powell, impact is limited. Yes, we've got starting of the pullback that we talked about yesterday from the XOP on the hourly chart. The same pullback we have currently on Great British Pound. But overall reaction was not really strong. The one thing that I think let's make to focus is mentioning of the employment. Is the job market, and Jerome Powell said a very interesting thing. He said that if job market remains so strong as it stands right now, the Fed will keep going rate rising. So it's indirectly was said that Fed is trying to fade the job market. It would like to increase the unemployment and decrease the amount of the jobs currently in the economy. To relieve some inflationary pressure in the price in the wages. So this is important stuff, and currently it seems that the payrolls once again will become one of the primary indicators that we have to keep an eye on. But all other stuff mostly was the same as he said last week in a regular meeting of the central bank. Now let's take a look what we have on the technical side. On the technical side, we start today from the monthly chart. This is the Great British Pound. And actually, guys, we have very similar stuff than the euro currency, dollar index, and gold. Gold a bit different, so dollar index definitely. Potential Brent body sell. There's a possible return back down. So supposedly target of this pattern should be around 618 support of the whole upper direction. It's around 110, 111, probably somewhere in this area. Here is market is just showing the consolidation. We do not see yet some acceleration to the downside, but this is the pattern that we will be watching for on the Great British Pound as well, especially on the fundamental background that we have. On the longer time frame, and take a look at the daily, here is the major difference compared to the euro. Recall this ABCD pattern. I intentionally keep it on the chart just to remind you how we have traded it. So recall what we said around 24.50, and actually this is the first level where we're taking the short position. If you remember, we have traded in December this downward action, this ABCD. This was agreement resistance, but take a look what has happened next. Yes, we've got the upward action once the 30% pullback has happened, but compared to the euro currency, Great British Pound has not created the new top. So if euro currency and the dollar index were keeping higher and creating a new top and low, cable mostly stands flat. This is important cross-market divergence. As you can see, as you know from the classical technical analysis, cross-market divergences are very important, especially in the stock market where the different indexes are comparing So in the Forex market, it is also important. Yes, of course, it's different currencies, different countries, different economies, but both of them are trading in against the United States dollar, and they have the geographical close location. So they have the really deep mutual economy cooperation, and that's why I think that it's important. And if on the euro currency we still do not know what particular pattern will be formed on the daily chart, here, as you can see, we have the clear hint. So that's probably will be double top. Here's cable shows really nice acceleration down. It's fast acceleration with these two sessions last week. This market still keep going to the neckline. So the pullback that we're considering here is the same on the euro currency as we said. It probably will be temporal. As we said on euro, let's use it for taking the short position. We have discussed recently the levels that we were considering. The same on the cable. This pullback probably will be temporal because market's still on the way to the neckline. It's not that ever sold. This level has not been touched yet, or just briefly has been touched and shows some minor pullback. So from this point of view, we probably should watch for resistance levels on the intraday charts and consider possibly taking the short position on the cable as well as possible continuation based on this double top pattern. So you know the target of the double top equals the actually height of the pattern counting from the neckline to the downside, and take a look, it perfectly agrees with the bread and butter potential target. So it shows around 1280. We said it should be 111 approximately, so very close. So completion of the double top could mean that will be also completion of the bread and butter trade on the monthly chart. And also finally here on the daily chart you can see nicely looking diversions of these tops. Now on the hourly chart, here is actually what we could consider. This first the pullback to the upside. You could probably calculate the upside extensions based on just forget to do this. So let's take it fast. This could set and show you approximate target. You could do the same things on the euro. There is absolutely the same patterns forming, the same shape of the price action. So here's you're getting OP and XOP targets. So the upsides will be 121.22. So OP, XOP will be around 122. So you could by yourself place here the fib levels and see where is interesting resistance stands. That's all be interesting levels for possible taking the short position. That's what I intend to do with cable. But here I'm actually would like to show you a different thing, mostly downside extension. So based on this ABCD pattern, you could see that XOP stands around 1913. It's slightly above the neckline. But if you use as a point the all-time high on this second top double top pattern, then you will get area around 1840, and that's very close to the to the neckline, which is 1860. So anyway, market should reach probably first the XOP in around 1860, 19 even area, where we could get some pullback as well, because this will be support, will be neckline, and also it might be used for possible downside continuation. Probably we will discuss it in some videos when it will happen. At this point, since market hasn't completed the XOP and hasn't reached the neckline, we should treat this pullback as just a temporal bounce, and correspondingly once market will reach the OP or XOP, watching for significant resistance levels around it. It also might be used for taking the short position. That is the common thing as when the cable is on the euro currency.